CA Srinivas sir and CA Geeta AB ma'am to escort Sridhar Muppala sir onto the dais. CA Muppala Sridhar, Vice Chairman of SSEB. Hailing from a farmer's family, Sridhar has realized that education is the biggest opportunity for him to improve in his life situation. He is an All India ranker in CA Intermediate. Exposure to practice at a young age has helped him understand the grounds of reality of hardship faced by the practicing chartered accountants. Having gained in-depth knowledge in multiple fields, Mr. Sridhar has decided to share his valuable insights to the next generation of CAs. Started active teaching with a vision to nurture CA students across various levels of CA to successfully clearing their exams. Guided 2,000 plus CA students build their career through assistance for articleship and post-qualification placements. His continuous contributions to the profession over a span of 18 years helped him evolve a people's leader. Received Leadership Award for Excellence in Education from then Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh in 2013. He has also been recognized as the Times Education Icon Award in 2017. Currently, he is serving as the Central Council member of ICAI from the Southern Constituency. Now we have our Yoda to give a brief introduction about the residential program of BOS.
I would like to make an announcement about the 4-week residential program. The objective of this program is to offer the students the professional skills required for effective functioning in business organization and the profession. This program ensures the development of communication, interpersonal, teamwork, problem-solving, and leadership skills. The program is being conducted separately for boys and girls. The exciting part of this program is that it is residential. You get to experience the stay at a resort-kind place, know your friends, and have a lot of fun. All of you, enroll for this, and I will come and meet you all there. I am sure you all will enjoy the session. Thank you. I will see you soon.
We request CA Sridhar Muppala sir, the Vice Chairman of SSEB, to take over the session. The stage is yours, sir.
PPT? Just made it. A very good afternoon to one and all. Where is the slide moving? This one? Okay. Chalo. Thank you. So, SSEB, Student Skill Enrichment Board. I'll just give a brief background behind this. ICA has Board of Studies. Basically, ICA regulates both students and members. We, as a body to give education to the CA student, there is one such committee formed called as Board of Studies. But actually, a lot of workload is increasing on BOS, and things are being changing fast. We want to equip our students, not only from academics point of view, on an overall development. With that intention, BOS is divided into two parts. BOS Academics, which takes care of your cred, syllabus, designing, all those things. And BOS Operations, beyond academics, ITT, orientation, seminars, residential program, quiz competitions, sports. So it means beyond academics. We want to have a focused approach and overall development of a student. That is the main purpose of SSEB, or we call it as Board of Studies Operation, Student Skill Enrichment Board. Let me share you, in our profession, things have changed drastically. We are only proudly saying, see, Aniket in the morning was referring the statement of Adani, what he made in the World Congress. India, which is a $3.6 trillion economy, you know, Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, 75 years we are celebrating. First trillion took 58 years. To achieve the first 1 trillion GDP, it took 58 years. The second trillion took 12 years. The third trillion took 5 years. Now we are aiming at to make it once in every 2 years or 3 years, and by 2030, every trillion in a year. That's how the country is progressing. Then immediately it comes, now what is the impact on our profession? How we should be geared up? We as a financial professional, whenever there is a growth in the economy, our role is much widened. The scope is much bigger. So we need to come out beyond academics. Academically, yes, with your subjects, examination, articles, we become a chartered accountant. But when you come to industry, when you come to practice, what exactly a CA student should learn so that tomorrow in the field in which he has taken up need to excel. So that is what BOS operations or SSCB is working about. I'll quickly run through few slides because time is running short, and I'll try to explain orally in detail. No, this is not the PPT. There it's moving, but this is not the PPT. This is BOS academics. This is subjects and all. It's a wrong PPT. Fine. Let me go with without PPT. So SSCB organizers, all of you know MCS and ITT. Now 4 weeks residential program. What is this means? Over a period, we want to inculcate certain talent. I'll tell in much better example. In the past few months, we have conducted 4 weeks residential program. It's nothing but instead of the GMCS what you are doing, you can undergo a residential part. 30 days training in-house for boys at Jaipur and girls at Hyderabad. In an in-house, students find a different way of learning experience where completely a group of 40 people will be trained from overall aspects. We have found a wonderful result from that because students are able to learn their potential, the way of analyzing the things. Because today, I'll put in a simple example. All of you might be knowing the civil servants, IAS, IPS and all. When so many IAS are there, only one gets an opportunity to become the principal secretary, or out of so many IPS, only one gets an opportunity to become the DGP. Now, what does it mean? Qualification-wise, everybody is same, but competencies are different. So every CA student should realize, now, after the liberalization in 1991, today, the pace at which India is growing, it is all about the global economy. Let me share you, even in our CA profession today, lot of outsourcing work is coming from across the world. India is a hub today. You talk about any BPO, KPO, India is a place where entire the world work is getting executed. So in this part, our communications play a role, analytical skills play a role, technology plays a role. Every student need to focus on this. Because in that 15 days of GMCS, what we are trying to give you is overview of it, but you need to further work on it. I was shocked to see recently when Chartered Accountant was presenting on Excel, then I was thinking that all these days we were using only 2% of Excel. So opportunities are abnormal. My kind request to the students is not only a seminars like this, make sure that there is an effective technology used. Because when you want to explore globally, and I'm saying 5G technology, we haven't seen full length now, tomorrow it will change the dimension of our works. You can execute the works across the world. So naturally, wherever it is the cheapest, wherever the best human resources are available, that is the place where the work gets executed. And I'm sure India will be in the top of it. Because human resource wise, or ability wise, technology wise, we are getting ahead. So I request all the CA students to make sure that this facility is utilized. And also, if you see the campus drive that is going on, the number is being increasing year on year. For one example, I'll take the statistics of recent campus. The total vacancies of all the companies that came for campus is about 11,000 change, but the number of qualified who applied for campus is only 9,000. That shows the gapping that is happening. But we have seen people getting placed at 6 lakh, 10 lakh and also at 30 lakh. So when we are trying to analyze what is the difference, few people have struck only to academic. Many of you may think that, no, let me study properly, let me become chartered accountant, then I'll do whatever I want. But my dear students, let me tell, after becoming a chartered accountant, the scope for learning will be less. You start seeing the practical world. This is the time when you are doing articles, you have an opportunity to learn. Please don't determine whether my principal has so much work or not. No chartered accountant can have all categories of under one roof, or even if he has, probably a time of 3 years won't be sufficient for you to learn. So whatever you are getting to learn in articleship is how to analyze a particular thing. In a crisis situation, how to handle. When you are dealing with an outsider or a client, what should be my body language, my behavior, my assessment. These are the things you will learn. Don't ignore these 3 years of articleship and take it easy. I'm saying give utmost importance. It is, don't compare with stipend or this thing, because this is meant for you to learn, not to earn. Because if at all any profession is there, where students are exposed to the practical world or students' ability to deal with the outsiders is only a CA profession. So this what actually is deciding between that 6 lakh package or 30 lakhs package, your ability to handle. I'll tell one example of my friend when I was studying. My friend got an All India 42nd rank. Naturally, normally All India rankers, the top MNCs will send the offer, interview letters directly. He got an interview for Maruti Udyog and all the interviews were in Delhi. So he was very excited, very happy, and he went for an interview. But when he saw the people over there, people came from different background, different rankers over there, their communication ability, their assessment about economy, all those things, there is a complete difference. So he was so afraid that he didn't attend the interview only. He came back and joined in one small private organization as an internal auditor. Today, the career advancement, there is so much gapping that he has foregone. Why? Only because during articles, how we learn, how we involve, that matters a lot. So entire student skill enrichment board objective itself is to train students beyond academics. Training doesn't mean that I can do a magic show. A student enters, 30 days, he is sent out as a professional. That doesn't happen. We give you an overview of it. It is up to the student to get involved, participate, learn and come out. Many initiatives are there at ICA. You have a quiz competition, you have an elocution, you have a sports competition. Be a part of it. It is all about the all-rounder. Say for example, we know CEO of a company. A CEO cannot say that I only know finance, I only know marketing, like that. He is supposed to have the knowledge of everything. Now what is the way to assess? When you go to a particular company for an audit, for example a cement manufacturing company, then first try to understand the business dynamics of that company. How is cement manufactured? What are the ingredients? Who are the competitors? What are the challenges for an industry? Before you start an audit, this analytical skills is required. That is what we want to tell you about it. And the next major thing is leadership. As Aniket was saying in the morning, in a CA, students come in a group, we are 5 from same office, sit together, eat together, travel together. Then what is that new thing you are learning? You need to have that leadership, an ability to face the new people. Try to understand. World is full of knowledge. Knowledge is not always in the books. If it is a book, the topper of the class would have been the richest guy in the world or most successful in the world. But today you take up any successful guy in the world, probably is not an academically topper. That means his vision to see the things is totally different. That comes out of your leadership ability. Now, when will I get this leadership ability? Your ability to participate, involve, take up the risk part. Many of us get a lot of opportunities. Are you ready to take up or not? Fear of failure is what's stopping you. My dear friends, let me tell, without a failure, we can never be strong enough. All of us today, whomsoever are sitting in the council or whomsoever you called as successful, have faced a lot of failures. Failure tells us how to handle the situation. how to overcome that situation. Please come forward, take the risk. The fear of failure, remove it. The second thing which taunts you is, am I capable or not? Because the first thing, if at all we doubt anybody's capability, means we doubt our own capabilities. Can I do it or not? The so-called successful guy today was also a starter one point of time. The All India first ranker, while entering the exam hall, he is also having the same fear like what you had only. It's all about the best you give and the output will come. So don't worry about failure, don't worry about ability. In my entire till college days, I never came onto the stage and spoke also. First day when I went for a teaching to speak, I didn't even came out of the dais because afraid to face the people. But I felt, for how long I be like this? Now let me face and learn. So once you face, I am saying, it becomes easy for you. So request all the students to kindly develop a leadership skills. Now tomorrow don't say that, sir, I qualified CA, so I want a good job. So that means you're restricting yourself. You're restricting that I can only render service and give me a salary. No, test yourself at a younger age. Evolve as an entrepreneur. So today chartered accountant has so much. This course gives not alone subject. This course gives an ability to analyze and think. So therefore use it in a broader sense. Please evolve as a complete business solution provider. If you are in a practice, please evolve as an entrepreneur, I am saying. Today you see so many chartered accountant entrepreneurs and they are highly successful. For that, your thought process today is very, very important. I am saying at a student level, all of us think qualification is everything. But today, it is not qualification India, it's a skill India. Industry is looking for that skill set, industry is looking for that leadership role. That is what is the main requirement today prevailing. So I request all the students, be a part of the ICA activities, or more specifically SSCB, which wants beyond the education part, and I want every student to be a part of it. Today you may have a doubt. Maybe 20 years back, me or Kotta might be sitting like this. We also saw council members. We also have seen successful people. Wow, will I get an opportunity one day? But that comes only when you try. Without a try, I am saying, nothing is possible. Without a try, there is no 0.001% chance of winning. But if you try, I am saying there is all chances you will emerge as successful. Don't worry about what people tell, what people laugh. Because people always tell, see, because anybody knows the output in ahead, then he would have tried in advance. Probably he might have told something, may not be possible. But if you are really successful, he say, boss, you are a warrior, really you are a fighter. But if you fail, he will say, I already told you in advance not to try, unnecessarily you tried. So don't give importance to all. People talk on output basis, but you talk on the approach basis. Consistently try, believe in yourself, do something. If at all life has to be led for meaningful purpose, or life has to be led for society purpose, or you need to have an impact of something of your life, select that, you can make an impact. Because each one of you are capable, each one of you have that support system. Because you all are in a fourth generation. Go back and speak to your grandparents or somebody. They were in the first or second generation. For them, basic survival was a need. But today you have all such facilities. Why are you restricting your thinking? Just spread your wings. Sky is the only limit. And if at all any wonders can be done, with proud I can say that it is only the CA student or a chartered accountant who can make. So I am looking for a wonderful entrepreneurs to be coming up from this seminar and a lot of learning opportunity. You may find a biggest entrepreneur behind you, or you may find a successful chartered accountant adjacent to you. Try to see that, open up and see. Develop positive sense. Never go with the negative thought, can be possible or not, may not be possible. We'll stay back there. If the country also thought in that way, today we would have been not like this. Take up with positive in every aspect. Instead of seeing what is missing, see what else is there. So today you might be thinking, my salary is 1 lakh lesser, his salary is 1 lakh more. Or boss, you have a family, you have a society, you have a good health. So many positives are there to be seen. If you see positive, more opportunities are there, you will be more successful. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and I am waiting to see a highly successful chartered accountant. So I once again thank the organizing thing, wonderfully organized, wonderful environment, and a happy learning. And maybe in the next seminar or maybe in the coming part, would like to see all of you as the members in the members conference. Would be eager to await you to welcome as a chartered accountant. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those words. Apologies for the inconvenience caused on the PPT. May we now have CA Sridhar sir to give us a few words on the BOS.
Good afternoon once again. I think all of you must be hungry, but I hope we can spare around 10 minutes. Is it okay? Okay. I'll give you 2 minutes. Those who want to go out, now itself you can go out. In between, don't get up. If you want to go, now itself you can go out. Because you have given me 10 minutes, I am giving you 2 minutes. Anybody wants to go? No? Done. Sir is going. So big round of applause for him to staying back. Well, even if you go out, you have to stand in the queue because there are already students who have gone for lunch. So better to stay here for 8 to 10 minutes and get some inputs from me also. First of all, I think a lot of things I've been discussing from the morning, whichever has not been touched upon, I'll try to touch those areas. First of all, let me give you the statistics. We have got around 350,000 and above chartered accountants. Now, presently, we have almost 28.9% or maybe let us say 30% of the female chartered accountants and 70% are male chartered accountants. So when it comes to members in industry and members in practice, as on 1st of April 2022, it was around 57% are in service and 43% are in practice. So the members in industry are increasing year after year. When it comes to the students who enroll to CA courses, 60% are boys, 40% are girls. You can clap for girls. Next one is when it comes to the results, girls are leading the results. Boys need not worry, you are not left far behind, you are following the girls in second position. Yes, jokes apart, I wish, as Sridhar said, I would like to see all of you as chartered accountants in next 3 years. And if you become before 24, I can come and ask you for your votes also. Both of us. Well, we are talking about our economy. This India got independence in 1947 and ICA got established in 1949. India has completed 75 years and we have completed almost 73 years. India has grown in the form of GDP from 0 to $3 trillion. Of course, up to first 15 centuries I have heard that India was the leading economy in the entire world. But there is scope that we can also become the leading economy in the next century as such. So as was said, it has taken so many years to reach at 3 trillion. Madam, you are not supposed to go. Still they are going. I will take the SRO numbers because I have to declare the results. So if anybody wants to know how to pass, you can take my number. 9845063387. You can contact me afterwards. So as I was telling, it has taken 75 years for India to reach at $3 trillion, and we are expecting within next 10 to 15 years, it should reach from $3 trillion to $5 trillion. So even the number of membership, if you see, for 73 years it is 3.5 lakhs, but when once the Indian economy grows from 3 trillion to 5 trillion, definitely our membership also requires from 3.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs. And India cannot grow on its own until unless we Indians grow. We have to take this particular nation to the next level. We have to grow and see that we have to take this India, our India, from 3 trillion to 5 trillion. And I'm talking about article shape. don't think that you are serving the articleship during your articleship, you are serving your principal or you are serving your firm alone. You are indirectly you are serving the entire nation. See today, when once this GST was introduced in 2017, it would have started from 50,000 crores collection. Today we are seeing the collections of 1.47 lakh crores, and maybe if it continues like this, maybe another 6 months or 1 year, it will touch 2 lakh crores. And this 2 lakh crores or 1.5 lakh crores will happen only with the help of all the chartered accountants and the chartered accountant students. So each and every one of us have a role to play in the development of this economy, or we consider ourselves as partners in nation building. This is how one of the aspects that we do and see that we will contribute to the nation. Coming to the exams, of course, all of you are aware, like we only give question paper based on the study materials that has been published by the Board of Studies. In fact, the ICA works on committees. We have various committees, almost 43 committees are there. The important committees which are for the students is, one is Board of Studies Academics, which takes care of the technical aspects, and then the Board of Studies Operations, that is SSEB, which deals with enriching the skill sets of the students. Of course, they do this GMCS courses, ITT courses and all. And always we tell that you only refer to the institute material so that it will help you in the examinations. And I will tell you as an examination committee member, I can't pass any one of you. I can't pass any one of you. At the same time, I will tell you I can't fail any one of you also. So the only one person who can pass himself or fails himself is you people only. So you individuals only, either you can pass your CA or you can be failure in the CA as such. Whenever there are some questions in the examination committee, I'm telling, whenever there are some questions which is out of the syllabus or you have different answers, only we moderate, and always it will be positive moderate. Never in the history of ICA we have done negative moderation. Say suppose if there is a question where the answers are not clear or there are different answers, say for example MCQ, and it carries 2 marks, across the board we will increase 2 marks. So nowhere in the history of ICA I have heard that there will be negative moderation, always there will be positive moderation. So in that way, to some extent we can have our share to see that few students will pass, otherwise definitely nobody has got any role, and this is one of the simplest examinations. CA examination is the simplest examination. The structure, you pay the fees, we conduct the exams and we declare the results. Nothing in between. You pay the fees, we conduct the examinations and we declare the results. So it's as simple as that. Then how to pass CA? Of course, all of you would have been determined to take up this particular course. Maybe you will keep on listening to many of us. It may be motivated. So you would have been inspired by somebody. So usually you should have some inspiration. All of you might be having some inspiration as a role model. Need not be only CA or anybody else. And if you don't have anybody, you can even have, like my students will have me as a role model, their principal. Even you can have your principal as role model. Not interested, huh? Okay. See, my students will, I think they will treat me as a role model because I have completed my BCom. Before that, SSLC also I have completed. So, I have completed ICWA, I have completed CA. When I ask him why you are making me role model, they'll say, sir, if you can complete CA, we can also complete CA. So like that, I'm just, for jokes I'm saying, you can have somebody as a role model and see that you also emulate those people. So inspiration, determination, motivation, all these things may be, or even I can say even luck. Somebody says you should have luck in to pass CA also. All these things may constitute 5%. All these things may constitute 5%, but 95% is your perspiration. The hard work that each and every one of you will put in. See, if you see the Chartered Accountant membership, it's one of the reasonable course. By 70, now today, you can spend around 75,000 and become a Chartered Accountant. In 3 years, most of them will get back that amount also in the form of stipend. You will not get any education at 75,000. And there are, I can say, thousands of examples where people have come from very, very minimum background, like even the poorest of the people would have come to this course and they would have completed their CA. And most of us are fortunate, I should say, including me, that in this country, to get basic education, it is very difficult. But our parents have allowed us not only the basic education, they have allowed us the graduation, now they are allowing us to do this professional education. So you should be thankful to your parents and also the Almighty for giving us this opportunity. What your parents require is a CA certificate. It's not that they want you to earn money and give, that's a secondary. Because they have sent you to do CA, what they expect is my son or my daughter has to show me the CA certificate. So next 3 years, how many of you are committing yourself that you will become chartered accountants? Sir, one photo tagobodu. And you should not lift half hand. I will consider the CA inter. Sir, illi bandu tagoli sir, bekandre. So today is what is the date? 16th of December 2022. Maybe next, maybe I'll give you 3 years and 1 month because we declare results in January. 16th January 2026. I would like to see all of you who have committed yourself, not for me, you have committed yourself that you have to become chartered accountants. So this perspiration is 95%, and one more thing I can say, desperation. There are people, the first chartered accountant from Bangalore, she was blind, she became chartered accountant. There are many instances where they are physically challenged, they are becoming chartered accountants. So there are many poor people with a poor background, they are becoming chartered accountants because it's desperation. They feel that I don't have life without CA. And doing CA is not entire life, it's a part of life. I'm doing CA, it's not entire life, I'll keep on telling that I'm doing CA. It's a part of life, maybe 3 to 5 years maximum. So above average student may take 5 years or 6 years maximum. So see that you will frame yourself within that 4 to 5 years and complete the CA at the earliest. Recently in the conference, International Students Conference in Hyderabad, we called Pawan Kalyan to come and address the students. Oh, good. So you have got Pawan Kalyan fans also here. Yeah. In SIRC conference in Bangalore, we called Puneet Rajkumar also. Of course, Pawan Kalyan said, there is nothing called perfection, but we have chartered accountants. You didn't understand, huh? Okay. There is nothing called perfection, but we have chartered accountants. So chartered accountants is almost equated to the perfection. So I wish all of you will be a perfect citizens of this country. If you see the balance sheet of India, the income side is taxes. If you see the balance sheet of India, the income side is taxes, which contributes almost 90-95% of the income side will be taxes. And to get the taxes, you see every budget, the finance minister says, this year we are budgeting 30 lakh crores of tax collections. For that, my profession, that is ICA profession, that's our profession, contributes almost 90% of it. So we should be proud, thank you madam, we should be proud that our profession contributes to the income side of the balance sheet. And of course, what is this? Dear sir, 15 minutes up, sorry. When Mike is there, I'll not see the time, because she gave me only 10 minutes. I also gave to her 10 minutes. And I thank you for patient listening. After 10 minutes also, you people are sitting. So maybe nobody saw the watch, that 8 minutes is over. So all the best, all of you. So you're all of us are contributing to this nation. And as chairman or vice president was saying, this is the best time to be an Indian, and this is the best time to be a chartered accountant. See, in India and ICA, there are two I's. So we can say that I am the I in India. At the same time, all of us can say, I am the I in ICA. So let's work together and contribute for the development of our great nation, India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And the audience, the ball is in your court. Any question and answers? They are free to answer. Hands up, please. Yeah. Ashta, mic. Yes, sir. One more mic there, the audience. Sir. Manish. There, audience. Okay.
Yeah, give it in the audience. See, just fill few questions. Who is there? Please.
Hello. Hi, sir. Sir, can we, when can we expect the first attempt of new syllabus that is coming in?
Actually, it's ready. From our side, from institute side, it is ready. It has gone to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. There are some discussions happening. We are keen to release that. We have to wait for the notification. So if it comes within this month, at least after the notification, 6 months or 7 months time is required. So probably if it comes within this month or even within first half of January, it can be in November 23, otherwise May 24.
Thanks a lot, sir. We are eagerly waiting for it.
The last row. Somebody take that mic and pass on the mic, no?
You can stand
Volunteers.
If you want to ask a question. You can stand if you want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Umair Umana. My question is that as syllabus is changed for the November 23, I am little confused that which to be studied and which not to be.
See, till the notification comes, you are in the old scheme. Even when the new scheme notification is given, they'll give a specified time from when it starts. So therefore, you can continue your old scheme. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Just raise your hand, they'll give the mic.
Hi sir, this is Sujit. I wrote my CA final exam this November. There was a question in SCMP regarding transfer pricing. So there was some mistake in the question. So are we getting grace marks for that?
See, actually, there's a very good system of evaluating all these things. It will go to the faculty, it will go to the head examiner and all. Maybe you can, even if you have written a mail, that also will be considered. And if really, if there is some mistake or some marks has to be given, as I said, definitely it will be given.
Thank you, sir.
2 or 3 more questions. Ashta, here.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello sir, I am Ashok. Can you please instruct every CA firm that to conduct seminars or any extracurricular activities on every Saturday afternoon section? So it is better for health also and
I understand. See, there are firms with single article, combination. As an ICA, we can't instruct that. It's a voluntary aspect of the firm as a part of quality norms. They are going to take it up. And instead of instructing, you can request the partner also. And even the otherwise, you people can form a group and start doing it, not an issue.
sir, but no auditors are allowing, sir, to do such activities.
Huh?
No auditors are allowing to do such activities, sir, in the firms.
See, if you think in that way, nothing is possible in life.
Sir, no, sir, not like that, sir. We need to see in health perspective also, sir, as study perspective and as well as health perspective also, no, sir. In school and days, we have some playgrounds. We will play on Saturdays. Sir, we will study as soon as also we will play, sir. That is the issue, sir.
Don't worry, that's why in the new scheme, uninterrupted 2 years, thereafter you'll have a voluntary break of 6 months. Okay? After all this only we have done. Okay? Anybody else?
One last question. Okay, guys, decide who has to ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Be louder, no? It's not
Am I
audible.
audible? Okay. So I just want to ask one question. Like, I'm pretty sure not everyone will be able to clear in the first attempt. So how do you deal with that frustration? And I have seen people, they will clear their CA inter, but they won't be able to clear their CA final, okay? And they figure out something else which makes their livelihood better. Like, I mean, of course, come on, like, everybody has their own problems. Financial, like, they have to start working and figure out another career. So I want to know, like, what do you think about this? Like, your opinion on quitting, and how do you figure out when is the right time to quit? I know, this is a bit pessimistic, but you have to figure out what you want to do in life. So that's my question.
See, not only CA, anything you take up, first and foremost, we need to see what is the expectation and how I'm approaching towards that. For example, CA foundation is a basic knowledge expected. CA inter working knowledge, final is an expert knowledge. In that process, you should always, many students will try to approach the same way how they approach CA foundation inter also. But that was the basic knowledge and this is the working knowledge. There is never concept of quitting. Quitting means upfront I am deciding I may not. Always, I have seen the people in their +2 getting 95% but could not clearing CA. I have seen people with 40% clearing CA. So what is that it is being told out of that? It is all about your approach in the CA profession and a right guidance. Instead of right time of quitting, I would prefer to say right career counseling or a guidance is required. In that case, there is no need to quit at all. It's all CA is a concept oriented. Don't try to prepare exam oriented, try to understand the concept. Say you have an interpretation of statute. Lawmaker has told in one line. Now when we give a meaning to that, we should take into account under what circumstances that law was designed. What was the intention of lawmaker? What is that you want to address? This is called conceptual way of learning. If you learn CA in a conceptual way of learning, there is no concept called as failure. Today it is not that student is not putting in efforts, but in a right direction. Probably you can discuss with your seniors, you can discuss with some of the members, need to get the right guidance and get forward. Quitting should never be an option at all. That's what if you speak to the Arnold Schwarzenegger, he says, in my life, never I had plan B. It's only plan A, no plan B at all. Therefore, your focus will be totally different.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have a question for you. What's your name, Pooja?
Sahana.
Huh?
Sahana.
Sahana.
Yeah.
Okay. It may not be comparable, what I'm asking you. When does the farmer quits? If he is not growing, means something is happening. Do you feel that farmer, when he quits?
He won't quit. I mean, he doesn't have any option. I mean, unless he's educated and he can actually get into another profession.
When does a soldier quits in the battlefield?
It's their passion. That's why they join.
No, soldier.
Yeah, like soldier, they won't quit. I mean,
Never quit, na?
yeah, they don't quit because it's their passion. That's why they join. So
No, soldiers, there's no passion. So it's for India, for this country, they will go and fight, na?
yeah, exactly. You know.
So the same thing, I said it's not a comparison to education and that what I said, because they are very, very important thing. Somebody was saying, what is important to a nation? What is the need for a nation? It is education. So somebody said, what is the need for a nation is education. And all of you are really, I should say, very well, means what I should say that you have accepted this and you have taken this. He was talking about fear of failure and failure to attempt. So you have not failed to attempt because you know that CA is one of the toughest exam, but still you have come. So there is no, you should not have that thinking of quitting at all. And I'll tell you one more thing, in examination, majority of the students will not be capable of answering the exams before starting of the examination itself because of their lack of preparations. So when once you focus and keep preparing, there should not be a question of quitting. And intermediate is different, final is different. If you pass intermediate in first attempt, you cannot assume that you will pass final also in the first attempt because it's totally a different thing. See that you should have that fear of failure. You can have fear of failure and see how to build up on that and see that you should be successful. Also, I said in my presentation, CA is not throughout your life. You should have some time of completing the CA. Still, if you feel that you are putting your best efforts, it's not happening, somewhere you should stop. But you should not leave your focus. Many people, what will happen, no? Like even my articles, some of them, after articleship, they will join for employment, even though it is not required. So the focus should not be shifted. Then you will be successful.
Yes, you answered my
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One last question, only last question. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. If I completed my articles in 3 years, I am getting attempt in November 2023. Is I am eligible for new scheme if applicable from November 2023?
See, all these questions, I request students to just wait for a month time. We'll come with all notification. Because if I say now, it will be a vague one, depending on when we get that approval. Say, for example, 7 or 8 months study time is there. So if at all we get in Jan approval or Feb approval, things will undergo a change. So it's too early. Don't worry about people who are having attempt in the next 1 year. You don't think much. Just stick on to the syllabus, what you learned, fully focus. Okay? Chalo. Because time is running short, we would have loved to answer. Okay, last row, one question, just give it to them.
So we are actually overshooting the time, sir. It's time for lunch.
Okay.
They'll be available here, so you guys can approach whenever you want for the questions. They are free to answer.
He has taken the mic. Last question. Go ahead. Louder.
I am Tejas. As you said, articleship is it's important. Yes, it's important. I agree with that. But as per ICI, notice that 35 hours of articleship is mandatory per week. But firms are not allowing that. But majority of the firms are not allowing. When we going to interview, they'll say, okay, we'll provide that and all. When we surrender for an agreement or when we surrender our SRO number, they will grind us. So they say morning 10 to 6 is the office timings, but it extends to the 7 to 8.
I got your question. See, can I ask one question? In this entire hall, how many feel that, yes, your principal is taking care of your training? Can I? So see, it is not a generalized that everywhere it happens. Probably based on the manpower, based on the timing and all. In life also we come across. Everything can't be run as a rule. In traffic, yes, you have to go on a line by line. But when it comes to an ambulance, we deviate it. I only suggest, normally any principal also wants his student to qualify, get an ample time. But in a circumstances when it gets, it's all about we need to have some adjustability approach. See, I'm sure, I know many of the members also, I don't deny the question what you told, but at the same time, we cannot generalize it. There are many members who really struggle to train their own articles. I'll tell, I am proud of my boss. He used to always say, take care of your health. When workload is more, take care of this precaution. There are many members like that. So let's not generalize it. In case you have a specific problem, I would advise you discuss with the principal. Openly, sir, this is what we are expecting. If possible, do this way. So there is a two-way, resolving or fighting. I would always suggest for a resolving mode. Okay? Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May we now request all the dignitaries on the dais and the members of the Managing Committee of ICAI to felicitate CA Sridhar Muppala, sir.
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Vice Chairman of Student Skill Enrichment Board of ICICA, Sridhar Muppal sir,